Just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A first down throw for Mayfield. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Sonny. Hey, base, hey. 5 on.
A give to Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Jameis now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. in for the score. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go, even.
Jameis now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Underneath for Johnson. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, now look at 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. For just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
All right, now look at 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On second down, Mayfield again. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. They'll throw again. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Mayfield now on second down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him for a loss of 4. On third down, Mayfield. This is caught. It's Cooks. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
No, check, Patriot!
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The safety, T.J. Ward, in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Dante Fowler in on the stop. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. A gain of 8 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Winston. It's caught by Jackson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Winston now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. On second down, Winston again. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go. Sonic. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A second down throw for Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Follow. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Here's Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Now Mayfield rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And again, it's Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. To throw, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Handoff comes to Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
No, check, Patriots!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Leopard!
They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10th. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And a catch right side by Evans. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Even.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready. Flag 25. Sonic. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Winston. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bucks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun. Winston drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun, Winston. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Ready. Flag 22.
One last shot now for Winston. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bucks, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.